Hey, what's going, y'all? It is yours truly once again. There are so many guys, and I mean, there are so many guys out here that keep saying that you got to get a chick on your program. To me, it's just all cliche, but we're going to talk about it. See, what's going on in a lot of these artificial societies is that you got a lot of artificial behaviors taking place, a lot of artificial interactions and relationships that are taking place. And unfortunately, what you get is with these artificial behaviors and relationships, I guess you can tie into artificial intelligence, if one wants to come from that perspective. But nevertheless, it's all artificial, nothing natural about it. All the game talk that I hear, it's all matrix talk. Whether it's people that profess to be representing the real game from the streets or just someone that's actually from the square. Yes, from the square or from the streets. Nevertheless, it's still game talk, and I call that matrix talk. Games are nothing more than programmed algorithms. You can set that up in many different ways, even if it's like a cardboard game versus an electronical game, based on the odds, if you will, or based on the different combinations, if you will, different moves that you can make, like with the chess games and things like that, or with the card games. It's all the same, you know. But nevertheless, as I said, game being a programmed algorithm. A lot of times a guy wants to program her into his algorithm, hence the game. But see, when you're more of a natural way of living, you don't program her into your algorithm, for you don't have an algorithm. So this idea of a program doesn't really exist. So this is what you want to do instead. Let's talk about what you should do instead, or what you could do instead of game programming. What you could do is mold her instead. That's a more natural approach versus the artificial approach of programming her or putting her on your program, if you will. Because if you think about it, when you putting her in a program, your program, basically programming her, you're putting things inside of her that wasn't there before. And of course, you'll have guys screaming out loud, that's the whole point. I want to put something in her that she never had in her before. And that's where most guys get it wrong. Because you see, in regards to the feminine gender, it's not about putting something in her that she's never had before. It's really more so about have her be something that she never was before. Have her be someone that she never was before. That requires developing, that requires forming something, the formulation. That's what's missing. But see, back in the days, in regards to the way they would say program with more stable households, when men really used to be the leader back in the day, when a man said program, it wasn't like this synthetic matrix talk that we speak on now, all this game talk. It was more so about, when he said program, it was about the structure of the home. When he was, if she wasn't going to be on his program, if she wasn't going to be part of his structure. And so the structure, she had to be molded to that structure, similar to like the way you would see an architect draft up the house. That's how it was back in the day. But only now it's not. She doesn't want to be part of the structure. She doesn't want to be part of the construction, but she definitely wants to be part of the destruction. She likes the computer programming the game programming, even if she'll act like as if she don't play games. She likes the fact that knowing that if the game is not going her way, she can just start over by pressing the reset button, resetting the game to her liking, hoping that she can find a way to win. But this was put in her. This is not a part of her. As I said, never program her to be this way. Never. You just let her know that you're not about games, yourself. Because that's what's missing in this society, the natural molding of things versus the manipulation of things. Guys that talk about program, they're just as manipulative as the females that are manipulative. Signing out.